Hello, 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 my lovely potatoes. How you guys doing? You alright? You having a good day? I hope so. Had a bit of a shitty day yesterday. But it's just because I was a little bit in pain. Ah, that's so adorable. Emotes. Where are they from, Warlocks? Obake music. Huh. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, today we're doing the same we did yesterday. First of all, you have to see me. You have to see me. Hello. Kind of waiting for the next big update for Inuchi so that I can I don't get it, Earl. So I can where was I? I lost my trail of thought. Ah yes, I'm waiting for the big update for Inuchi so I can maybe completely redo my avatar, since there are a lot of things that actually change in that version. So I guess I kind of want to do a few changes. I actually want to finish the hard helmet. Oh, you randomly got gifted a sub. Well, lucky you. Hey Juggler, how you doing? I'm doing fine. Yesterday was a bit painful, but it's gotten better. The gap in my mouth is not hurting as much as it did yesterday. And streaming on painkillers is not a fun thing. Trust me. So I rather do that when I'm not in pain. Especially when they stop working, it's kind of annoying. But what for? What did you do, Faldi? Let's just say I got a tooth pulled. I told Jeezy that on his stream, I think. So I got a tooth pulled, and now I'm in that beautiful, painful phase where everything's kind of healing. It is what it is. Gotta live with it. All right. We're making more panels. I actually did a little bit of preparation work. Haha. Ah, now you remember. It's fine, Juggler. It happens. You don't have to remember every little damn detail of my life just because I said it on a GZ stream one time. It's all right. So I think I'll show you what I prepared, because I did a little bit of sketching earlier today so that we have a few more nice templates. I'm not sure if I want to keep that cat thing here. Is this relevant for the exam? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Unless you are in pain and don't like being on painkillers. To be fair, I don't use that strong painkillers usually. Though, still kind of feels wrong, you know? I'll pay for the negligence with blood. No, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to. Though, Something inside me might appreciate the blood tribute. Alright. I love painkillers. Yeah, I don't. I try to avoid them as much as I can. And sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes you just have to pop that damn pill. Also because I kind of want to avoid to get addicted to that shit. But to be fair, I put myself on kind of strange rules anyway when it comes to my consumption of Terramal or Tilidin. Ibuprofen. Ibuprofen. I know, shouldn't be addictive, but I rather not. I'm pretty sure ibuprofen is one of those painkillers that should not be 800. No, I actually had 600s in the cupboard. I still had them there. Hell, if my back is getting really bad again, which I hopefully am not encountering again, because I had really bad back cramps one time. So if that ever happens, let me quickly look. I might even still have some. It starts with a D. But those are toys. Yeah, I understand that. No. I think I still even have some muscle relaxants in my medicine cabinet, just in case my back is doing really, really stupid stuff, which is maybe at the moment not very likely, but it has happened. It has happened before. And it was no fun. I can tell you that much. Just it's just the payment for me. Let's say the payment, the price I pay for me being quite sedentary. Combi with coffee, and then maybe they are funny. Joke again, kids don't do drugs. Only, yeah, kids don't do drugs. Adults do them responsibly. As soon as your brain has developed far enough, do them responsibly. Sedentary, yeah. Seated. Like, I'm sitting a lot. Yes, I'm responsible. I got my rules for my substances, so I think I'm very responsible with what I'm doing. For example, I really stopped seat or sedation. Seat! As in sitting on my ass, on my huge butt. God damn it, juggler! Why'd you have to be like that? I guess I really need to get a few more things for the soundboard. But yeah, I'm sitting quite a lot on my big old ass. Oh, to be fair, it's a nice butt. There's enough squishy stuff for me to be able to sit for hours. Oh god, what am I talking about? About my beautiful butt. All right, so I have actually prepared a few sketches. Yes, that's where I come in into the stream. Of course, John, you had to. You could not resist. Yep, built-in cushions indeed, juggler. All right, so I do have a few sketches. I might actually adjust the colors a little bit so that you and I can actually see what's going on here. This one, I'm thinking about maybe doing that mirrored. You said something nice about my butt? No, about my butt. Because there's a lot on it. How am I supposed to say something nice about your butt if I have never seen it? And no, I'm not asking for butt pictures here. Though I do like me a nicely shaped butt. Yes, we are talking about my gluteus at the moment. Hi, Cheetah Man. Welcome to the stream. What's up? I was slightly confused here, but I guess it's fine. I was just a little bit confuddled. Stop the dirty talk. Never. Goodness gracious. What am I doing? Why am I like this? So yeah. Never! So let's try to maybe get that. Yeah, I'm not surprised that I cannot just drag and drop this in here. Let me quickly get the file imported. I'm not happy that I have to import stuff like that, to be fair, but it's the price I pay for being a Linux user and not having a native Linux port for Affinity. Is what it is. Yes, the gluteus maximus, aka my big old ass. Where is it? There. Importable what? A little bit confused. How am I supposed to get how am I supposed to get a picture in here? Maybe like this? It's a little bit complicated. Maybe you install Visual Studio 4 Sandbox. Nah. I'm not going through that headache. Certainly not going to go through that headache. No, I do not want to which one is that again? Now I have to look. Oh yes, 3. Hello? Uh-oh. Ah, I can just place it like that. Good. Just drop it in here and scale it down a little bit. Because I got a few good ideas that I definitely want to go through. For example, of course, the classic D20. Also, I'm kind of considering, because these panels could also look pretty nice as label stickers for books. Like, these would go great with this could make a great science book. This one may be a notebook about cat stuff. Of course, the D20 thing, very much a tabletopping thing. Or if you're a Japan, I actually like the fox mask that I sketched here, so I'm definitely going to do that. And I should probably... Okay. So I got a few ideas that I want to do. This one I want to keep kind of dark-ish, but that's for later. What are these books? What do they what does they eat? What does they eat? Very nice English there. But yeah, some people actually used physical notebooks for taking notes when they're playing tabletop RPGs. Also, watch streak of 5 from John. Nice. My attendance leaves to be desired. Yeah, you missed one. I know. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. Okay, let's copy that over so I can just do the next one. I really do like the fox mask here, so I maybe want to do that as well. I don't know how or if I can do anything mirrored in Affinity, so I might need to do that in Krita if push comes to shove. I love how good Inochi gets your mouth movement now. Yeah, to be fair, it all depends on the rigging and how well I'm lighted. So if my lighting is good enough, then it should be pretty, it should be quite accurate. It does not depend on Inochi, it actually depends on puppet string how well the tracking works. It depends on puppet string and my skills as a rigger. And considering that this is my very first model to rig, I'm kind of impressed how well it went. I'm extremely impressed how well it went. I did not expect me, but with my first try to do it, to make it work that nicely. When will we see you turn on hand tracking? I have no idea, because I have no way to know if I can actually get hand tracking to work. For that, I might even need to get myself some tracking equipment in worst case. And yeah, that would be pricey. That would be, first of all, pricey, and second of all, I would have to turn this avatar into a 3D avatar instead, which I'm not intending to. Who knows? Maybe stuff changes. Maybe I will find something that can track my hands via camera, which would be really nice. But at the moment, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I'm very sorry about that, but it is what it is. All right. Let's do the first one. That one should be easy with the scroll and everything. Bummer. I know, right? Especially because I do tend to talk a lot with my hands. I use my hands a lot when talking, so it's kind of annoying. But it is what it is. Why the hell is that sorted like this? I mean, I can just put my layers over here. Should probably be even a bit nicer to work with. So I think I start with the scroll here. Wagen. I have no idea what you want to say with that, Earl. You confuse me so many times. Can I just... I completely forgot the shortcuts for affinity, so... Convert to sharp. I think that should work. And I should be able to just... Ah, there we go. Did you scan the sketches or what was your process? Yes, I actually sketched them out in a physical sketchbook. The big one I was using when I tried to get that one sketch down. But yeah, I was just sketching them out on paper and scanned them in. I love my scanner. My scanner is my one and only. Also because it prints. So that's quite useful. We want as a fill, very slight parchment look. But that's my usual work process when I feel like just I hate scanning, love sketching, but as I hate scanning, my sketches never make the barrier. Yeah, I do the scan one way or another. Most of the time when I scan my sketches, I really just use them as a starting point. I have done a few scans of sketches where I went like, that actually looks good enough to actually keep it like that. But most of the time, my sketches don't go further than the bottom layer, and then I just trace that stuff. Something I really like to do sometimes is just doing a sketch on my sketchbook, taking a picture, take a picture with my phone, and then I color it in Krita. That kind of can look really interesting, especially when I do it with my tablet. I can just take a picture with my tablet and then put it into Krita and start working with that. Can be quite nice. And it can be fun, especially when you leave stuff like the sketchbook itself or maybe some tools in the picture. Then you work around, that can look really nice. What was I about to do? Oh yes, right. Above all, it sounds cumbersome. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Just wish I knew the shortcuts for just making curves. I mean, I could just do it like so. Then I need another one down here. Thing is, technically I would need to I lost my trail of thought. Hello ADHD, here we go again. I would need to, oh, there. I remember. Ah! I would actually need to just do the spiral so it's somewhat cohesive and then add the overlap here. I mean, I could try to make that work. Let me see if I can do that. For that, I will need, first of all, black. Problem is, I don't want the fill. So this is going to be a little bit difficult to handle. Thing is, it's also kind of fun to do the whole taking a photo of your sketch and then coloring it in with the with having the surroundings there. It can look pretty interesting. Really like that way of working. No color here, please. Okay. Now this is going to be a bit weird. Oh wait, no. That. Completely forgot. I can actually get in curves after doing this. God damn it! Just use that tool and bend it to my will. I'll bend all of you to my will. What's so grrr, warlocks? Why are you grrring at me? Grrr. Okay, I really like to roll those R's. Alright, I want this color and I really need to put another color right below, so now this is just the baseline. There's going to be texture in there and shading, so don't you dare think that this is going to look as flat as it does right now. It won't. Little bit of blue. Maybe a little more blue and a little more purple. Let's turn that down by quite a bit. Though I'm kind of inclined to actually use a path brush for that. I kind of want to have that panel over here. Can I please just put that panel right down there? Please? No. Okay, it doesn't wanna. Really doesn't wanna. A sign of displeasure. Yes. A sound of displeasure. Grrr. Yeah, why are you grrring at me? What did I do? Let's actually add that kind of outline to all of these. If the program lets me. And I actually want to get... the same color I did over there. Here. Not the inside. I want the outside to look like that. I has a confuse. Ah, this is how this works. Okay. Hmm? Oh, that's why. And I want to get a bit more into the purples here. Let's add some pink, maybe some blue, but not too much. That should already do the trick. Also, you don't need an outline. No outline for you. I said no outline, not black. Not black, not blue, nothing. Now it won't stay the way this is because we can actually add texture and shading into these elements. Platypuses have evolved strangely. Yes, they did. They did undo that. Though the question is it platypus or is it platypi? I mean, platypi would actually work quite nicely as plural. Okay, I want ideally this brown. And then we'll just oh, I need to do longer strokes so it works. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe I can go with pencils instead. If there's a single stroke, please. Oh, there we go. No. Is that bullet in lo-fi? Oh my god, that's so great. I didn't notice until I just heard the I love that. I need more emo lo-fi stuff. I need more emo lo-fi stuff. Maybe I'll go with a pen instead. Tears don't fall, they crash around me. Ah, Jesus Christ. Makes me feel like a little girl again. Well, okay, not a little girl, but young teenager. Them platypi. I can do that too. And I want that to be a little bit darker. There we go. All right, that should be this. I'm probably just going to put the whole papyrus roll. Papyrus. The whole papyrus roll into a group, so I can just put the D20 above. Might also allow me to add different different elements just on there. But right now I'm just feeling D20. I'm definitely feeling D20. Now this one's going to be a bit more difficult because I want to get this accurate. Let me see. I have a whole glass of dice on my desk, just in case I need one. Because I do like me playing some some tabletop RPGs. Sadly, I have yet to find a group for my favorite one. Vampire the Masquerade. I have the D10s, but I don't have the group to play it. And it kind of sucks, because I really want to. I know a few people that really want to play Vampire the Masquerade 2. The difficult part, though, is finding a GM that is actually willing to run the game. Preferably one that has experience and is drama proof, because I have to admit, back when I was playing... Oh, Merc wants me to stretch. Okay, Feldy stretch. Thank you for the stretch, Merc. Oh, and feed the monkey. Monkey is not here. At least not now. Not yet. Working and lurking. Merkin is working and lurking. Thank you for the lurk, Merc. There's also a nice little emote for the lurk, if you want to. Bone crack ASMR, yeah, a little bit. You can hear my bones crackling? My joints crackling and snackling? Well, okay, not snackling. So yeah, I kind of want to have a group of people that I can actually play Vampire the Masquerade with again. I used to play a lot on Play by Post Discord servers. Somehow I just ran out of time. At some point I didn't have the time to play, which kind of sucks. Let alone that I had to kind of catch up on a lot of stuff happening in the server while I was sleeping, which really is annoying. Because you want to know everything, you want to read up on, especially on the stuff your friends are up to. And then you don't know how to respond to it. I hate that. But it happens, it just happens. I think the shape of this D20 should be good enough. It's a simple hexagon. Or fairly simple. I need to turn down the opacity so I can actually see the rest. I kind of want to do that with the line tool here. Might want to smooth that. Because I really like the smoothing tool on that. It's kind of similar to the one you use on Krita. Just that you're kind of, it's kind of like pulling a string behind you. That's how it's when you're at that creaky age. Your back cracks, your knees crack, and your head cracks too. Yeah, my head is already cracked, trust me, about when it comes to that. My head has been cracked from the start. And some idiot thought it would be a good idea to change out the wiring before I was pushed out. Elbows, knees. For me, especially my neck. My neck is crackling like fireworks. Thing is, I want to have some really smooth lines, but I also want this to look hand-drawn, because it is. I'm kind of trying to keep that balance as good as I can. You could fake a neck snap. Nope. I don't want that. Don't want to do that. Now if I push that in here, you can see that it's kind of clipping in. Those lines are just clipping into this guy. I still need to get those lines a little bit better. It shouldn't be too bad, so I can just move them. I really want to get, I really want to have those proper vector lines for Krita. That would be the dream. Having vector lines like here, where you can actually apply brushes. Anyone can make me a plugin to make it work like that. I would even go so far to pay for it. I would actually go so far to pay for a plugin that makes Krita vector lines work like here, so that you can pretty much just use any brush on any vector line. What dice is that? It is a D20. There is a big 20 right in the smack middle. Right there. Or is it hard? It's so hard to read my handwriting. My handwriting really that bad? I'm pretty sure it isn't, but well, can be wrong. All right. I think I want to have a different font. Let's see what kind of font we have that we can use. No, we're not going for Comic Sans. I will never ever use Comic Sans on any project. Oh, we got ads. We got ads, so I shall take my ad break. No worries, I'll stick around. It just won't work during those 3 minutes. Ah. No, we don't. What do you mean? What do you mean? How dare you? You are a mean person. Ah, I see. The one dice that's literally like a golf ball. That would be a D100. But most of the time, when you have have to throw a D100, you have to just throw 2 D10s. One having the 10 digits, so you have 10, 20, 30, etc. up to 100. Usually 00 is either counted as 100 or 0, depending on what the other dice is showing. Also depends on how your DM is ruling that. But it's kind of funny to have an actual 1D100. D20 is a ikosaeder, yes. Though I'm not sure if that's the same word in English or if this is just the German way to say it. Zochihedron. Okay, I really like the it has a little bit of an Italian twist. D100 being the Zochihedron. I'm thinking Italian with Zochihedron. Maybe because I pronounce it slightly. Zochihedron. I don't know. Maybe it's me. All right, we're back from ads. I hope that the music is not too quiet. I'll turn it up just one. All right, we were looking at fonts. I have a lot of fonts. Since I am a graphics design person, it may not be my passion, but it is my learned trade. I even have a favorite font. So that's how you know you're talking to a real graphics designer. We have our favorite font. My personal favorite is Frutiger. Why? It's simple, it's straight, it's nice. It's very clear. Now, you might think otherwise. I like me Frutiger. I love all the Frutiger. So usually when it comes to do some kind of lettering, my first choice. But for this, it does not fit. For this, we need a little bit more of a playful font. So let's have a look what I got here. Actually, I don't have too many fonts installed that are not Noto Sans or Noto Serif. I feel like actually Teutonic number 4 looks pretty nice. I can stretch it. No, I can probably not stretch it. But I will have to. So I will have to actually change these little texts into kind of need to get the perspective right. Fidget toys that look like guns will be mistaken by a weapon, as a weapon by someone. Yes, but as Warlocks already said, they are forbidden here for a good reason. For a very good reason. Because they could be weapons. They could be fidget toys, or they could be weapons disguised as fidget toys. At least I think that would be the most logical reasoning. Okay, let's doubly do that. I wish I could just figure out the... Why is there no... shortcut for duplicate? My favorite font, Helvetica. Damn, you're basic, Merc. You're really basic, but I understand it. I know my way around weapons due to aviation security. Oh! So you work as aviation security, or are you flying a lot? That one's a 14. Not anymore. So you used to work as aviation security. Interesting. I have only flown once. Technically twice, because I also... Oh, unfit for work. That bad. I assume that you have some kind of ailment that did that to you. Or were you just that much of an ass? I doubt it, but... Still experiencing... Oh, ow. Yeah, that really sucks. That's just... Oof. And I guess you've tried everything. Or at least everything that sounds somewhat normal, because I know there are a few therapies or a few treatment methods that might sound unorthodox. Yeah, I've got this under control. Well, that's good. That's good when you got it under control. Now first I'm just going to put in all the numbers that I need. But happy to know that you got your mood disorder? Question mark? That beast that's called depression. That you got that under control. It's nice to know. That was not what I wanted. Oh boy, oh boy. This is moving a little bit weird. Maybe I should just zoom in a little bit more. Just want to move you. What you ask? Sorry, was getting batteries for vape. Whoops. To be fair, I'm also, well, I'm not quite sure. You do understand, but I have never been in sleep paralysis either, though I have been in dreams within dreams within dreams, and it really sucks when you wake up and realize, oh shit, I'm still sleeping. It really makes you annoyed at everything around you, because you're just like, okay, I have to wake up. Wake up. Please. And your body is just like, nope, not gonna happen. I leave you in this new nightmare of yours, at least for another 5 minutes. Just to pull your leg. Translucent dreaming? I don't think so. That it's called that. I know that's when you can control what that. Actually, what you mean right now, Warlocks, when you are under control of what you're dreaming and what you do in your dream, that's not translucid dreaming, that's lucid dreaming. Like you have to be aware of being in a dream to actually be able to be under control, if I understand that correctly. Also, when did I turn off my hat? I wanted my hat. I think I can use warp groups and go for perspective. That should actually do the trick fairly nicely. Now, it's not going to be perfect, of course, but it's gonna be close enough for me to make it work. Now, this needs to be like this. I wish I actually had a shortcut for perspective. It's kind of nice to have tools like these. Even if you have to fiddle around a little bit, because the mesh does not quite work as intended. The last stream had a way to from you. Translucent, you are aware and can control. Ah! Well, good to know. Yee, that was not intended. Good to know that I can use that as well. This is going to be really wonky, but at least I'll be trying to get this right. So these are a lot of warp groups. I might want to save every now and then. Keep falling off railings and rope bridges in those dreams. That sounds kind of like you're having a hard time actually being in control of whatever you're doing. The interesting thing is, and some people might disagree, but kind of have to try to figure out what your dream is trying to tell you. Because it is still your subconscious trying to figure out what is going on in your life. At least that's what you're doing when you're sleeping. It can be wrong, of course. No one's 100% correct. But that's at least my interpretation of what dreams mean. That there's something inside your head or a part of your mind that's still kind of occupied with what you're dealing with. Me, for example, I tend to dream a lot about losing my teeth. Because I have the feeling that I am not in control of my life. Might want to push that a bit further out. And I want you to be a bit bigger. And a bit further up. May not be perfect, but it looks good enough. The nicest symbols are the most disturbing. Yes, yes. Also, I haven't gotten too much into actually interpreting dreams, though I find it fascinating what your brain can come up with when you're under stress. Dreams of teeth falling out often symbolize fears of losing control. Yes. Insecurity. Yes. Upheaval. Or fears of loss in waking life. Yes, yes, yes. Or just take better care of your teeth. They frequently reflect inner tension, lack of self-confidence, or concerns about one's own attractiveness. Hi! I mean, I know I can be quite appealing. But confidence? Yeah. Nah. I am everything, but certainly not confident. I think I want to go for a blue one. Though I have to admit, I am pretty confident in my own skills. Because that's, or at least in my own art skills, since that is what I have been working on the most. The thing I am not confident in, and that's the most honest way I can say it, the only thing I am not confident in is my social skills. I feel like my social skills are absolute garbage. Just what's written in a book like that. The shoe fits though. The shoe fits. But at least I can be honest about my problems. Like, there are a lot of people out there that don't like to be honest. That are not honest to themselves especially, and that's kind of sad. But yes, I am not confident in myself. But that's what I'm trying to work on. I'm talking to you. It's what I'm trying to work on when I'm talking to other people. But social skills, I am a misanthrope. I try to care, just can't or won't most of the time. I think I sometimes care a little bit too much. I think I want to use the transparency tool. I mean, I want people around me to be happy. Of course, I care too much. Problem is that my own needs then also fall on the wayside.
JP Hyper TV is baking potatoes.
Hey! JP! Hello, hello! Thank you for the follow! Nice to see that you noticed! Welcome to the stream! What's up? Not much, I'm just doing some artsy stuff. JP Hyper, I actually went to graphics design school with that guy. So he's quite an old friend, so to speak. Good old times. Well, yes and no. I wish I wasn't that. Can't even say I was lazy. I was very unmotivated. I was incredibly unmotivated. That's the definition of lazy. No! It isn't! The definition of lazy is not doing anything but this. Okay. I would say the definition of lazy would be doing nothing just because you can. Which was not the case for me. I wanted to do stuff. I could never finish. And I really had a hard time actually getting along with a few of our teachers back then. Not like I was picking fights or something, but it's great to see you're still active. It's the only thing I can do. I'll be honest, doing art and doing this is the only thing I can do. It's my lifeline. So I'll stick to it until something works. Might sound desperate, but okay, it is desperate. Let's be honest. It is desperate. That's more than I do. Well, I think you're also a little bit older. Ah, thank you, Merc. In English, the shape of a D20 is an icosahedron. I see. I'm also sometimes thinking about maybe doing some art coaching stuff. Though I'm not quite sure how convincing I am, considering that I have yet to actually get a proper professional job as an artist. I mean, my skills are up to snuff, but my confidence is close to zero. Definition of lazy, far as I'm aware, is to repeatedly choose to do nothing. When would take you up on that? Yeah, I don't think that I was lazy. Because I was trying to do something. Sorry, art coaching caught your ear? I'm serious with that. Still drawing, even though I feel like I've slowed down a bit. I work at newsstand in the middle of the city. Ah, I see. Yeah, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up the dream of being able to live off of my art. One day it will happen. It has to happen because that's the only thing I can do. Shall poke when we both are free? Sure. I'll be happy to help you out. I was meant to use this one. There. I'm also kind of tempted to maybe not go for screen, but color dodge. Yeah, color dodge looks much better. Just look at this. Yeah. The only really big problem I have with my art, and that's probably something that most artists are suffering from, is the fact that I cannot finish projects. At least I know now why. Because this brain of mine is an ADHD brain. So I need small, easy to finish tasks instead of one big project to actually get something done. Oh, that's also another thing. I've picked up a lot of psychology in the meantime, and that actually kind of has saved my ass. It really has saved my ass to try to figure out why my brain works the way it does and why other people work the way they do. And the interesting thing is, now that I know that much, I see it everywhere. I see the people being wired differently the way I am. Same for body doubling, working independently as long as I'm someone else. Yes, it definitely helps when you have, even if they're just in the same room with you, not even paying attention. As long as someone is there. As long as someone is there, it helps. It helps a lot. But if you don't even know what you want to do or how to progress with your with your project, it makes it so difficult. It makes it so incredibly difficult. All right, I kind of want to get some kind of paper texture in here. For that, I will see if I can do some bitmap texture overlay. Now, I'm not entirely sure how I will do this, but I have some textures laying around. So let me see. Pictures and textures. Colorful. Could technically use the grunge texture pack, but I need to see that in my folder. So I can actually see what I'm taking. Grunge textures. I think for our purposes, texture 4 should work nicely. So let's take that. Open. And we kind of want to have that in, say, soft light. We want to add another color there. Now it's on top of everything. That's a little bit annoying. What was that again? How did this work again? Oh, I don't want this curve to have a fill. So we kind of have to change that. Also don't want this curve to have a fill. So we change that. This should be... Okay, that's that. So I want you to have a fill below. Ah, now I am understanding my program again. Now I want this to be on top. And instead of normal, we're going for now. Multiply is making it way too dark. So let's see if I can go for screen is looking pretty decent. So I think that's going to be our choice here. I want you to have an extra fill and you are supposed to be back to work. Thankful background noise while I got handsy with lots of wood. Have fun with your lumber. That was a close one. That was a very close call. Need to be very, very careful. Wait, no, I actually need this one. This? There. Let's put that on top again. Go for... What was the other one? Overlay? No. Or was it? I think it was soft light. Let's check. Oh, screen! Huh, okay, then let's go for screen. Because I kind of want to have it in the same... With the same layer effect. Then the color is not quite right. I mean, I can just... Can I just go like this? I have the feeling that that's not quite right. And I want an extra fill. Wait, that's one too much. It's kind of nice that you can just push that around as you need them. It's really nice. Hello? Oh no. Oh no. Please. Ah, okay. I need a little bit of a darker... It's kind of hard to see right there. But a bit of a darker beige. Oh, light purple might work. And I think I want to go for multiply, and I hope that I can turn down the opacity a little bit. Doesn't seem like it. Nah. Okay, then I need a different... Go for vivid light and change the color of the... That technically works, but I want to get a little bit of a hue shift going here, so might actually need to change the color a bit. That works. That definitely works. Let's save, because under Linux this has a tendency to crash, and I don't want it to crash. It would be a shame. Now the question is, if I put in a... Let me see. I could, first of all... take this guy, doobly-doo him, then delete everything inside this one. Move him down. Turn it into a multiply layer and change the color a bit. Also, don't want to have any lines in here. Then give this a layer effects, Gaussian blur. Hey Cheesy! Welcome to the stream, nice to see you. I didn't expect you coming here, but hey. I'm currently working on panels, for Twitch streamers because I just feel like making some template panels that you can use to put them down below in your description. Also did a little bit of sketching to do that. Really like that D20 here. Makes me really happy. And we're currently working in a program that tends to crash a lot on Linux, which kind of sucks. Maybe it's gonna become a bit more stable with time. Of course, I realized I've never been here and wanted to see a little of the process. Oh man, the D20 one is really nice. Thank you! Can see these are really nice set of panels. Yes, yes. Kind of feeling like maybe just throwing them onto my coffee for $1 each. So I'm doing this in vector graphics, so it's ultimately scalable. But I'll probably just put up a PSD file so that people that want that can just edit the writing in the middle as they see fit and save the whole thing. At least that's kind of the plan. Just little PSD files. I mean, you can open them with Krita if you need to. Where was I? Before I started fangirling about Jeezy. You didn't hear that. Oh, wait. That's not the right... Wait. Ah! Okay, okay. There. Got some good variety with these four, covering some good bases, of course. I wanna kind of cover all the interests of the typical internet person. And everyone loves cats. So why should I not do a cat panel? Anyway, I'm gonna get on some of my own morning work. Good luck. Have fun working. Gosh dang darn it. No, I should have known. I should have known. That's all of a sudden there's a wild cheesy. I actually want to add a little bit of shading in here. So let's see if I can do that. Oh, it shouldn't be too hard. And for that, I just need a few multiply layers. Preferably without an outline. And we can just take these, push them inside here so we can clip them. Please don't crash. Good. Very good. I better do a little bit of saving. To save myself. Hello, Bean Bean. Or should I call you Yumi now? I'm working on some streamer panels for Twitch. Let's go for Gaussian blur here. This is not working as it intended. Outer? Hey? Oh! That's the mistake. I see. Let me show you real quick. So I'm kind of working on little panels that you can put below in your Twitch description. That one there is going to be fun to work on because I have no clue how I'm going to get all that detail in there. Also, I think I can see a hole in this shape here. And since I really like to be a bit more precise with stuff like that, I'm using a vector program. That's called Affinity. So vectors are pretty much just, as you can see, little points that you can move around. Pretty much like on a grid system. If you don't know what I mean. And kind of makes graphics a lot more scalable, because when you try to scale pixels, you have the problem that you have some very unclean edges at some point, and stuff like this you can just scale infinitely. And also you can kind of edit the whole thing much easier. Which is the reason why I use vector graphics on this mostly. For illustrations, I prefer going pixel though, because that's what I'm most comfortable in. All right, Bean. I call you Bean until there is another Bean approaching? No. Until there is another Bean in our midst. Ah, there we go. That's the way to say it. Right, I need another one of these, so I shall just make one. And I'm going to just use the transparency tool and do it like that. But this is not a multiply layer, so I have to change that real quick. Multiply. There we go. Now it looks much nicer. I feel like this is not grungy enough yet. And I really want to change that. So what I'm thinking is I'll add another fill. Go into this tool. Took me quite a while to actually understand how this works. I had to look into a few tutorials. Going to whip up something to eat real quick. Have a good one, Warlocks. So I'll go into my files. and have a look-see if I find another nice texture that I can use. To layer on top. I'm kind of tempted to actually add that. Gotta go now, but I'm. All right. I'm not happy that you're that young, but okay. I guess it's good that I'm maybe able to inspire people to make their own stuff. All right, we can scale that down a little bit. That's that. I think I'm gonna go with art light. Thing is, you have to really try out all the layer effects before you actually find what you need. Kind of tempted to go for hard light. Then I want to maybe put that like this. Is there even any difference here? Not entirely sure. Maybe I want to change the... Ooh, that's too much. Layer effect on this one. Art mix is a bit too much. Kind of like that little shine up there in the vivid light one. I really do. I think I'll keep that. I might need to copy that. Because now that down here does not quite fit. Can I just copy that over? Is that possible? Would be really nice. That's that. Yep, that's that, right. Maybe I can. Let's give it a shot. Copy and paste. Let's go. Nope, that did not work. That's unfortunate. What I can do is add fill. Never mind then. It's a bit more difficult when you're trying to actually add an extra... I mean, I can still remember what I used there, so it shouldn't be that hard to find that again. In my pictures, textures, this one. Then I think I was going for... Wait, I can actually look up what I was going for. Hard light and vivid light. Okay. hard light. And you go for vivid light. Ah, there we go. Now it looks a bit more like one thing. And I can actually leave that because I don't need that much detail there. That should actually work. Oh boy. My internet connection is unstable again, so if you got kicked out, I'm very sorry. For some reason, this has been a bit of a constant. Vodafone being Vodafone. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. So technically, you can just put your writing right here. I'm just gonna... Looks good so far. I know, right? But what do you mean with so far? What do you mean with so far? Nah, it's good. I mean, I'm still working on it to a degree. I want this to be lighter. I guess color dodge is my best bet. Yeah, my internet. I mean, it's German internet. What do you expect? Miracles? Hell nah. Think I wanna have... Oh, I think I know why this is not quite working. Uh-oh. Don't you dare crash on me. Yeah, I don't like the way this looks. I don't know, I'm with 1 und 1. Marcel Davis lässt grüßen, hä? God, those were the times. Back when you had really odd kind of advertisements in Germany. Like just a guy, a very regular looking guy, being the mascot of an internet company, more or less. Marcel Davis, Leiter Kundenzufriedenheit bei 1 und 1. I think he was a mascot. I really think that guy was a mascot. I tell you what. And it was hilarious. I think I know what's missing. I think I know what I need to add. It's going to be in the pixel. I need a pixel layer on top here. So we're going to add a raster layer. Then I need to find my brushes. I think that's what I'm looking for here. I do want this one to actually be another multiply layer. And I want the color to get quite into the purples. Now I'm not sure if this is going to work. Kind of does. Just really doesn't like my graphics tablet. Hello, DK. Nice to see ya. Good to know that you found my stream as well, I guess. 300 Mbit for 30 bucks. I can't even get 300 Mbit. Like seriously, I can't. This seems, or this looks like it's the wrong brush. I think that's the reason why it doesn't quite work the way I want it to. Hello? I'm a little bit confused because I have never used this. Oh wait, now I understand. Not very smooth, I have to admit. Sure, I like your streams. Thank you very much, DK. Thank you very much. Okay. I am pretty much convinced that this program does absolutely not like my graphics tablet. At least not in the way I use it right now. Which is okay. Then there is going to be less texturing than expected. I can live with that. Then we're just going to use the vector layers. Little bit disappointing, but well, it is what it is. It is what it is, am I right? But hey, I think that panel is as good as done. Might even add something. But then I have to actually make my own path brush, and it's been a long time since I did that. But I'm kind of tempted to. You want me to make my own path brush? Just for shits and giggles? It's gonna take a while though. And for that, I kind of want to boot up Krita because I will. Oh God, yes, it's been a long time. I'm just trying to think through the steps that I have to take to actually get there. Create new category, import brushes, export brushes, new solid brush. Ooh. I think I first make a new category. Call them Veldy brush. So we have them on the side. And then we wonder, how the hell did we get here? New textured and new image brush? Oh, this is how, okay. So, to make a brush in Affinity, we need a PNG file. To make that PNG file, I'm going over to Krita because that's going to be much easier than just fiddling around, trying to fiddle around with Affinity, which I have very little experience in. So let's boot up Krita. Preferably on the right screen. Thank you very much. And let's make a... Let's go for a 1000 by 1000 texture. I might not even need the 1000 in height. Would you mind giving a brief overview of the software you use? Okay, so right now, this stuff here I do in Affinity, which is a product by Serif and Canva. I think Canva has bought Serif. And this is my preferred program when I'm doing vector graphics. And OS. Oh boy, you want to know everything. So this is Affinity. It tends to crash on Linux. And yes, I am a Linux user. my OS or my distribution right now is Pika OS. So that's two things. Then my preferred illustration program is Krita, because I have a shit ton of brushes in there and I really love them. So let's go for 300, maybe even 400. Because that's all I need, a nice long kind of brush. And to make a nice brush, we need a beginning, a middle, and an end. Ideally, we want to actually have these somewhat tiled so that the middle can connect into itself while the ends connect to the middle, of course. Because I don't want this to be a stretchy brush, I want this to be a continuous brush. Now, let me look. For this, kind of want to have something. And first of all, we have to go for black and white. We might even need to convert this into, oh wait, I have to actually change this into grayscale. I like the bar on the left. Which window desktop manager are you using? I'm actually using KDE. Like my Pika OS distro is actually working with KDE. I really like using KDE because it's so easy to customize. Where was I? My brain's being a bit derpy right now. Ah, okay, now see, the show desktop icon is the same as mine. Yes. Also, I really like to use my virtual desktops. For example, my my avatar that you're seeing right here, it's actually on the second desktop, not my second screen, but the second desktop. It's super useful that it's still running while it's on a virtual desktop. So it has its perks. Oh yes, right. Image, I actually need to change this to become grayscale so I can use colors instead of having a specific, where is it? Document info? No. Where was it? Settings? I don't understand my own program. Why the hell am I like this? Size canvas. Properties? Ah, there we go. Okay, so we want this in grayscale. Okay. Grayscale and alpha. Make an extra layer here. Now this is going to be funky. Maybe I want this to be a little bit thinner. I can do the ends later. Right now I need to focus on the middle. All right. Now I could also do this in vector in Krita, but vector in Krita is a bit of a weird one. I don't like doing it. That's what I got affinity for. So for this to work nicely, I want to actually use the wraparound mode. So this is this one. Now, right now we have full pattern, but I only want this to wrap around on the sides. So for this, we have to Wish I could see underneath my hand, but right now I'd rather just use my mouse to actually see what I'm looking at. Where's my wraparound? Must be here somewhere. You are here. Wraparound mode direction. You just need horizontally. Super easy. Now what I want here is hand drawn, somewhat straight. Maybe I also want this to mirror in the middle. Really like using mirror mode. Also tempted to make one of my panels in Krita because it might work better there since I have to mirror stuff. But then it won't be as smooth. I mean, I could just do this shape in small on... Nope. 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 You know why? Because I need to actually practice doing stuff like that. So I'm just going to scale this up. Why the hell is my mirroring that far off? It's kind of weird. Scale this up, turn the opacity down, add another layer. Then I'm just gonna do this properly. I think 10 pixels should be fine for this. Now this is having a little bit of a hiccup. I don't like that. So let's just make it thicker. And technically, since this is going to be a brush for the D&D panel. Also, I'm gonna go for my physical ruler. So I really like using physical rulers on my graphics tablet, since it is a screen tablet. So I kind of have the benefit of doing that. And I know it's a bit of a weird habit, but it works nicely for me. If I have a screen and I can put a ruler on it, why should I not? I think I don't want to have a tear here. I think I actually want to go for nice. Don't even know what the shape is called in English. God damn it. Me and words. Diamond shape. Let's just go for diamond shape. Words. Grrr. Indeed. That's gonna look pretty nice. I could even consider keeping that as a brush overall. Maybe I do want to add a bit more. Let me see. Because there's so much space in between here. I kind of want to fill that. So maybe I'm just gonna go for... not quite. Gonna turn off the stabilizer. Might help. Maybe circles? That would be so much work because I want this to be hand-drawn. Let's give it a try. I'll add another layer. Like rivets. Oh, I think I know what you mean. So it looks a little bit like lace. Am I right? Like this? Maybe? Oh no, Monkey didn't get the notification. Hey, Monkey, I'm happy you still made it though. How are you doing? Old fur ball. Oh, I really do like that. I think I'll keep it. And if it doesn't work on the parchment paper, I'm still going to keep it. Because it could look really interesting. Totally not what I meant, but it's pretty nice. Well, your suggestion was up to interpretation. Saw YouTube stream. I mean, I said on Friday? No, on Sunday that I'll be streaming today, I think. Doing good, gonna eat soon. I'm perpetually at lunch when I watch you. Of course you are. Of course you are. Should probably get myself some food soon as well. So who knows how long I'm going to be working on this. Yeah, I really like this. Monday appointment, streaming Tuesday, depending appointment. Yes, exactly. So nice that I can make seamless stuff like this. Makes me kind of happy. All right, so that's our middle. Now I'm kind of tempted to actually add a little bit more, because this seems to be quite short, so there could be a bit too much. So maybe if I add a bit more of this in here. Let me see. Ah, that's where we are. Just gonna add a bit more to the sides, like this. I said I'm gonna add a bit more to the sides. I'm really not good at this. Let's try this again. Bit more to the sides, just like this. There we go, finally. And then I can just add a bit more right here. I also could have opted for a different brush here. A bit more of a fine-ish brush, because right now this seems to be quite thick. It's not quite right. What am I doing? Technically, I'm still working on panels. However, I've decided to make a brush for Affinity in Krita because I kind of want to get into that program proper by figuring out all features that I still remember exist. One of them, for instance, being inserting textures into shapes, and this one is trying to make my own brush. Maybe I don't want to do that. Because you can actually make image brushes for this vector program, aka Affinity. And that goes along the vector lines pretty nicely. I have the feeling that this is a bit too big. I need to leave a little bit of a gap. I'll turn that around. It might be easier for me to do it like this. Apart from having to invert my thinking. Also gonna turn on the stabilizer a little bit so that the brush is not too fast. And the lines are a little bit smoother. So yeah, I've been a busy bee. Apart from yesterday. I don't know, yesterday I was just in pain and then all of a sudden I thought, let's buy Balatro. How about we buy Balatro and Racoin in a bundle? Mistakes were made. Money was spent. Though to be fair, if I had bought those two games separately, I probably would have spent at least €2 more. So many good deals right now. DMC 5 was $5. Oh, Devil May Cry is good. Though not exactly my type of game. She said why she still wants to play Psychonauts through. Want to play one so I can play, so I have a reason to buy Psychonauts 2. So maybe one day gonna have a nice Psychonauts playthrough. So I have a reason to buy the second one. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Why the hell? Wait, this is weighted. Okay, never mind. I thought this was just normal stabilizer, which would just be a pain in the butt to work with. There we go. Steam sale, have to check. I think the Steam sale currently is a deck builder sale. It was. It used to be. I think there is also a publisher sale among those. But yeah, Devil May Cry right now for $4.50. Kerbal Space Program is also down to a tenner. If you're into that stuff. I actually already own the game, so... So the entire series is on sale. You mean Devil May Cry? Damn! Cool, cool. Where did I put my stuff? Out there. Let's try to make a seamless transition right there. Okay, that looks much better. Now, yeah, I really like the room between those little thingies. Between those garnishes. Okay, let me call it garnish. Now the question is, do I still want to add an end and a beginning to it? Probably not. Should be fine as it is. Alright, now I shall save this first. As resources. F brush. As a critter file, then I'm gonna delete the background or just make it invisible, and also do that real quick. And then also diamond ribbon. And we don't save this as a critter file, but as a PNG. Also want to make an extra folder for that. Just for the fun of it. And also so I can find it easier. Just bought. I just thought they had cancelled Jay. What? What? How dare they? I'm pretty sure they didn't. Yeah, as I said, I'm going to check out the J stuff. Ah, okay. So he just his internet was just incredibly German. Is that what I'm taking? But yeah, I'm gonna check that out once I'm done streaming. I also may have someone else to watch. God damn it! I need to keep up the streak of cheesies. Got so much to keep track of. Alright, we're making from nearly 10k to 1k. Ouch, that hurts. That hurts hard. Alright, I wanted to make a path brush. So what we're doing is we get ourselves a new texture, a new image brush. We navigate to our, did I put it there, 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 to our PNG file. Then we can technically, no. Then we can technically use that as we see fit. That should not yet scale because I still have to actually edit that. So let's edit that brush. And I don't want you to stretch, I want you to repeat. I want you to be a bit bigger. No size variance, no opacity variance. Hello? That should already change everything. As you can see right there, that changed our path quite a bit. Now, only problem that I have right here is the fact that this is quite clunky. Can we can make curves. We can indeed make curves. It's just a little weird. But it does work. Okay. So let's try that again. I'm gonna check that brush if it's still working. We want this to repeat. Oh, I can actually put that right on there. I didn't mean to, though. So let's go back to our path brushes. What did I use? I think it was a pencil brush. So all of these are pretty much the same as the one that I... Ach du Heilige. Alright, alright. Things are getting weird in German internet land. Might not be the same brush, but it still kind of works, I think. Alright, so what I want is... use my brush. To hopefully... That's not quite right, but at least I can put the diamond ribbon in there. As soon as I can. As soon as it lets me. Why does it... Oh, wait, yes, I have to actually... Why does it not work? Ah, there we go. We actually have to save this. Okay, we save that. Hello? Takes a little long. What's the tea? I don't know. You're supposed to repeat. And then please save that. No, you're supposed to repeat. Why is this? Something's really weird. Something really weird is going on there. Maybe if I put in a head offset. Can I even? I don't know. I have that weird suspicion that Affinity really doesn't like me making my own brushes. Don't ask me why. It is what it is. It's kind of annoying. I really don't like that. Would not be surprised if that's an issue with wine. But I really do like the brush. It works nicely. You will barely see it, but it looks pretty nice. Maybe if I turn up the size. There we go. Now you can actually see the pattern. And then we push this curve into here. Also, we have ads in about 2-ish minutes. Not sure if I want to subject you to that. Oh, we're seeing the same thing? I don't know. I don't know. I do want to duplicate that. Then just turn that around in the hopes that it works. Looks like it. Hello, Sir Grovelot! Welcome to the stream. I'm pretty sure we're all doing great. I'm doing good. I'm doing artsy stuff. I hope you're having a good day. Damn. I'm a little surprised. So many people watching without me forcing them to. Nah, it's fine. I'm happy you guys found me. I have no idea how, but I'm happy you guys found me. Also, we have ads in a little bit. Just so you know. I'll be doing a little bit of an ad break in the meantime. As soon as these ads be hitting. I really like the way this looks. Nice. Need to do artsy stuff later, but first I need to calm myself with my McDonald's order to not reach the state of Überfressen und Fresskoma. Oh boy. Food coma. Food coma is funky. All right, we got ads. I shall have my ad break. Maybe even get a snack real quick, because I am a little peckish. Though I'm not quite sure because I'm still kind of suffering from my tooth. Technically, I should also add a few strokes down here. But hey, I'm happy. I'm happy you guys actually enjoy being here. What do I have in my snack drawer?
Sir Groove is baking potatoes.
Thank you very much for the follow, Sir Groove-a-lot. Ooh, that's sweet, that ad break thingy. Yeah, I just often forget to actually do it. My pleasure, and I don't even like baking potatoes. I'm still happy because I'm a potat, you are a potat, everyone's a potat. So so you're baking potats because I am a potat. We all potats. Yes, even you, Monkey Skull, even you are a potat. Okay, what's in my snack drawer? It doesn't look like something I could eat right now. I'll be fine. I'll just drink more water. I'll be okay. Well, then I have to do a potato build upcoming Path of Exile 2 season then. Yes! Do that. My life has been a lie. Oh, come on, monkey. It's alright. Yeah, I kind of stole that idea of taking ad breaks from another streamer because I thought it was pretty neat for those who have to sit through 3 minutes of ads, that they don't miss out on anything. By the way, ads are over, as far as I'm concerned. I was just adopting that from another streamer, from a fairly, well, what used to be a big streamer. Right now he's a bit, well, things have happened. He kind of fell down a path that he shouldn't have fallen down, but that's unimportant. Doesn't mean that you can't pick up a nice idea from a person that just messed up. Because good ideas are still good ideas. Kind of want to try to get this closer to the actual shape that I got here. It's going to be a bit more annoying. Also, affinity is really being a bit biatchy. Well, that's Windows programs running on wine. Everybody's life is a lie. Sounds weird. No, not everybody's life is a lie. There's some very honest people out there. Or people like me that are that just feel like lying is too much work, too much effort. I mean, why the hell should I be lying to people? I'd have to keep track of my lies. Keeping secrets? Yeah, sure. Outright lying? I would actually have to keep track of my lies. It's so much work. Nah. I don't want to have to do that. Yeah, and we as humanity wouldn't be where we are today if no one had ever copied anyone else. Exactly. My grandma always told me that I should rob with my eyes, or that I should steal with my eyes. And actually, that's the best advice that someone can give you. Steal with your eyes. Try to copy and adapt the ideas that you find from other people. And make it your own. Which is the most important part. You gotta have to make it your own. Because else you're just going to plagiarize someone. I mean, if it's a small idea like me taking that ad break idea, God, who cares? I'm not going to take a big invention and say I did it. I at least admit that was not my original idea. I'm honest enough for that. And as I said, lying is just too much effort. But I will not outright credit the person that I got the idea from, because he kind of messed up. Learn, copy, adapt, and improve. Exactly, DK. Exactly. Control C, V, and A. Control A is mark everything, so that's not quite working, but I see where it's coming from. Okay, now I really like it. With that little border down here, we could even make that border a little bit bigger. I'll just look at if it would look better if I made it bigger, if I can find it. Where the hell did I put it? Oh wait, there. Should be in here. Let's see, how big can we make this? I think this is ideal, so let's do it like that. Move it up just a little bit. Then we'll do the same 68. And we move this down a little bit. Oh, you know what? I'll try something out. Because that black is a little bit too strong. Let's see if we can actually change the color of this. Doesn't look like it. Cannot change the color. No! Maybe if I just turn down the opacity? That still works nicely. I think I'll keep it like that. Control A is for my AI. Lying is too much effort. That's how I live too. Yeah! You have to keep track of your lies. That's not... It's annoying. It's too much work. Why should I do that to myself? All right, let's find a nice font that we can use to actually have a label for this. Maybe I actually have something that I can use right there. Okay, Affinity really doesn't like what I'm doing here. But it has to just hang on for a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. I think the self-made brushes are a little bit too much. Kind of like Bodoni for that, but I might get into trouble if I did that. So I want one with serifs, which are these little, let me see, where's one with serifs? Which are these little kind of feet on letters. So that's what you call serifs. Ooh, I do like that. Or I go for a Fraktur style font, which is one of these. Some would call these old German fonts or medieval fonts, but actually they're called Fraktur. But I don't think that it would be readable if I would go for one of those. So maybe just go for something simple with serifs. I think also that you just don't like me having Krita open while I'm fuzzing around with you. Ah, there we go. That's exactly my problem. I should lie more instead of telling people everything straight to their faces. Yeah, sometimes you kind of have to. Sütterlin is Altdeutsch. Ah, Sütterlin is something completely different. You tuned this little ribbon thingy into a thing that borders that scroll thingy. I know a bit about graphic design and editing myself, but it is always like magic to see such stuff happen. If you know your tools, you can make stuff happen so nicely. If you know what you're doing, you can pretty much do everything with a program. Knowing that I can make my own brushes, even though it doesn't quite work, but let's just ignore that. Right there, it works. But if you know what you're doing, you can make great stuff. Thing is, I haven't used anything Affinity in years. So I kind of have to relearn to use these programs again. I think this font is actually working pretty nicely. So let's keep it like that. Have I really been working for 3 hours on this? 3 hours on this one thing? Holy moly. And I still have one more to go, but I don't want to do that today, else I won't be finished until, I don't know, 9, and I'm actually getting hungry. Ah. Oh yeah? That's actually looking pretty good. Now, this in comparison, I'm pretty sure I can improve this, because this now looks kind of meh. Oh, I still like this one. I really still like this one. And as I said in the beginning, technically I could also offer these as printables for sticker paper, so you can put it onto your notebooks or something. Because all I've seen on Etsy right now for stuff like that, for labels that you can put onto your books, all I've seen there is just either old paper or kind of in a metal sign style, but nothing actually that's somewhat themed the way I do it right there. So I don't know, maybe it's an idea. You just go like, okay, give me like €1, 250. Well, 250 is probably better considering that it takes me quite a while to make these. And you get the PSD file, so you can change the font and change what's written in it. And then you can just print that on sticker paper and put it on your books as a label. I mean, why the hell not? Though 250 kind of feels too much. Maybe €2. €2 should be fine. Might need to do the math before I can do that. However, I am hungry as hell. I need food. My stomach is growling, even though you can't hear it, but I can feel it. So someone wants something to work on. Yeah, then I should get some food indeed. So I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll look who I can raid right now. Let's have a look-see. Because I think I saw someone streaming that I follow that could really like a raid. Guys, you know what? Are they scalable? Would a German surname fit on that? I would say so. I think you could scale these if I keep them as a if I keep them as a vector file, you could probably do that. All right, guys. I think I know who we're raiding. He's probably going to appreciate it. So if you like to join me, we're going to raid Fiend. It's an illustrator. He does creepy cute stuff, kind of like I do on occasion. And I'm pretty sure you will like his work too. Also, I really like his taste in music. He has kind of the same taste as I do, but I don't want to get hit with any DMCAs. So that's that. I hope you had fun. I certainly did. I'll see you on Thursday. Yeah, I think on Thursday. Until then, bye-bye.